Dr. Cohen is always a tough act to follow, but I think the most important tip I took from his talk is I need to start listening to Brazilian music when I'm in the operating room. I also want to thank the organizers for the opportunity to address you all today and to congratulate President Scarrow and CNS on putting together a great meeting in terms of the social program, the scientific program, the venue. I told him this weekend he even ordered perfect weather, so it's been a success all around, so good job. So I just have a few minutes to update you on what's going on in the AANS. And I think many of you know the AANS is actually several separate organizations now. We spun out NREF and NPA, which is our data collection organization, into separate but still connected entities. And for those of you who are aficionados of the tax code, you'll understand the significance of this slide because the AANS is actually both a 501c6 and a C3. The C3 allows it to be a charitable organization. The C6 allows it to do advocacy. So that's a great way to make our mission as broad as possible. NREF is a charity. It's a C3, and the NPA, as you can see, is a C6. The names come from the relevant portions of the tax code. So starting about a year and a half ago, the AANS undertook a formal strategic planning process because things have gotten very complicated in the last few years if you're trying to run a large medical organization. Our relationships with the other organizations like the Congress, the board, the Academy, the Senior Society, and many others have been increasing in complexity. Traditional revenue streams may be shrinking because most societies get their money from their journals and their annual meetings. And with the changes in the way people consume media and changes in physicians being employed by hospitals, there may be less opportunity for them to go to different meetings. So for these and other reasons, we undertook this process. And after looking at our member needs survey and a lot of focus groups with leaders, we recognized our values are integrity, leadership, excellence, and professionalism. And these are our four strategic goals. One is to maximize the member engagement. Second is secure recognition AANS is a leading supporter of basic and clinical research. Third is maintain the financial resources to run the organization. We've all heard the cliche, no margin, no mission. And four is be the core resource for organized neurosurgery and some of the services we provide for other organizations and partner with them to provide. So this is not just going to be something that sits on a shelf and is forgotten. This is actually starting to impact the way we're restructuring our committees in the AANS, the way the office in Rolling Meadows is being reorganized. This will influence our budget, where we spend the money that we think is important to meet these goals. And also it's influencing our agenda for our board of directors meetings we have several times a year. Of course, it's going to be a living document, and it'll go back and forth and be modified as needed. And under each of these goals, there are objectives. Underneath each objective, there are strategies, and then underneath those are specific tactics. The sections are actually growing in importance. These are the real laboratories and the kind of incubators where great ideas come from, as is the Council of State Neurosurgical Societies. So we're proud and happy to keep supporting them. We have some new developments with the 360 app. It's not just the annual meeting app. It's actually going to be something that's available year-round for news and updates and resources. You can look up ICD-10 codes and get some patient education material off of them. We've had increasing involvement with international societies because we've gotten so many different invitations and offers to collaborate. That was one of the big reasons why we undertook a strategic planning process to help us prioritize that. We are one of the 5 continental societies recognized by the WFNS. And this is the executive committee, and this is a very vocal and active group of people. I assure you they are not shrinking violets. And even though I am supposed to be president, I don't always get my way, but that's a good thing. There's a lot of healthy debate. And everyone here is totally focused on the mission of the organization and what's best for our members and for our patients. And these are the folks who really do all the work. I knew all of them well before, but I've gotten to know them even better the last few months, and they are, again, completely dedicated to our organization. So finally, once everyone gets home from Boston and has a chance to start thinking about the next meeting, I encourage you to consider coming to New Orleans. New Orleans is always a great city to visit, but there are a couple of features this year. One is that 2018 will be the 300th anniversary of New Orleans becoming a city. So you never really need an excuse to party in New Orleans, but you just got an extra one. The other is the fact that Jazz Fest actually starts the day before the meeting begins. You'll see the meeting date is the 28th. Jazz Fest starts Friday the 27th and runs through the 28th and 29th. So get there a day early and you can enjoy some of the great music that New Orleans is famous for. Well, again, thank you for the opportunity. And again, President Scarrow, congratulations.